All right, let's get to guest number one, courtesy of Core PR. She goes by the name of Merlin. She's joining me right now. How's it going?
Hello, hello.
How are you this evening?
I'm doing well. The sun has been shining all day. I'm in a great mood. I'm very happy to be here. How are you?
I'm good. We're finally getting some warm weather out here, some decent weather. So just bringing some water with me, obviously, as a friendly PSA reminder. Please drink water, not just through the warm weather, but any day on any given time. So,
Yes.
friendly PSA. So, with that being said, let's dive into Merlin. Um, how did you get started in music? How did it start off for you?
Oh my gosh. It's I mean the seedling started very young. I remember being like 8 years old and like jamming out to like MTV and like just all the music channels. And then I started writing. But as a kid, I was like, yeah, this is a song. My song structure was probably like horrendous. And I wrote for a while. And I did all the things like the school plays and the talent shows and I did all the fun things. I was part of IMTA New York, and that was great and everything. A lot of good exposure and a lot of things that I just needed to learn along the way. But being I'm also a first generation immigrant, and I really wanted to make my parents happy, and what they were like, go to school and do this, and looking back, I'm glad I did it. But at the end of the day, I think I was always meant to come back to music, and so a few years ago, I started just getting back into the swing of things. I found like a singing coach, just like get myself back, where I needed to be. I started auditioning for stuff, and then I came across Red 13 Studios. I came across LBC, who are the producers that Late Boomers Club. They produced my songs and everything, and it's been a wild ride. I mean, we started back in like right at the beginning of 2019, and we've just kept going. And even during COVID, like we found ways to like work, via Zoom and all that stuff. And it's just been incredible. And to see it all coming into fruition and just to see it all coming together, it's just like it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing, but it's it's always been there. It's always been there. I just had to step up to the plate, be confident in myself, and there's always work to be done in that, but I'm definitely way closer to where I want to be, and I'm so grateful.
So, as far as your music, it feels like when I hear some of your songs, it really feels like Dua Lipa and Hazley. Um, some resemblance per se. Just how their emotion and their songwriting and their storytelling, and I I'm a fan of Dua and I like Hazley. Those are some household names, obviously. Um, what's it like, with Dua and Hazley? What made them stood out to you as an artist, whether it's the music or music videos or just how they express themselves? What made them stood out to you?
Well, so for Dua, she's Albanian. She's from Kosovo, and for me, that was a big thing. There was not many Albanians growing. I mean, I don't think much of any besides maybe Rita Ora growing up that were Albanian. So for me, that was huge right off the bat. And with Halsey and everything, there's something in the way like their storytelling and there's just an authenticity that shines through. Like, you can tell that they're always trying to put a piece of themselves into it, and I just love it. I can't get enough of it. I really think that um, being your authentic self is one of the best things you can do. And if you're able to create music that people can relate to on top of that, that's just icing on the cake, to be yourself and do that. I think that's just incredible. And they're just, to me, they're just really captivating artists. They put on incredible shows. They really, I see their work ethic. I mean, obviously you only see so much of it, but like, I don't know. I feel like you can feel it, so it's just, for me, it's just, I love it. Girl power too.
these women are indeed talented. And they're very authentic. Like when you hear them talk, when you hear their interviews, it's like you really, feels like you can relate to them a bit. Like they've been through hurdles, they've been through adversity. And obviously, with women in music or just women in general, having to go through these hurdles, go through everything that, and they have to work twice as hard just to, get the respect, and just, at least get that attention per se. And I admire an artist like a Dua and Hazley and a Merlin and what they bring to music and the message behind their music. And, they can have fun, they can be a little emotional, they can, show some passion here and there, but, just having fun and just being true to themselves. I feel like when an artist could be true to themselves, people they're gonna fans gonna really they really gonna like what you're saying. They really gonna feel like I feel what that person is saying. So being authentic definitely is a key. Not just in music but in life. Be yourself. Be who you are. That it's okay. Like people we all different. We all have different feelings and such, but if you just open up and be true to yourself, you're going to be okay. It's a crazy world out there, but you'll be fine.
That's so true. I totally agree. And at the end of the day, we all have to celebrate our own spice. So it would be boring if everyone was the same.
True, true. So let's talk about your latest single. It's called Cold Blue. And that is available on all digital music platforms. And in this track, you collaborate with the late Boomers Club. And so, talk about how did this song came together, and how did you linked up with late Boomers Club?
Well, so the song, the part that goes cold blue, that part, I just remember walking. I was walking somewhere in 2018, and it just came into one ear, and at first I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like I didn't think too much about it. I was like, that's cute. And I didn't jot it down or anything, but literally it was about a week or two that it was just like coming into my ear, just coming into my ear, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna jot it down, and I'll do a little voice note, and then I did the voice note, flushed out a couple more lyrics and all that, and then really like came up with the idea of kind of like good girls, bad girls, mad girls, and I was like, okay. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna work this out, but it's somehow gonna work out. Flushed out a little bit more of the song, and then when I met with LBC, so for LBC, I was actually, I don't know if anyone remembers that the Voice came to Boston for auditions, and I was in line for the Voice, just waiting to get in, and there was, I saw a flyer for the studio, and that's where the guys were at. And I just remember picking up a flyer and being like, okay, somehow I'm going to link up with this. Like, I don't know how this is going to work out. I have to check it out first. I checked out their socials and stuff. I was actually checking them out for a couple of months and stuff, because I just, I want to be, when I work with somebody, like, to me, like, it's something intimate. It's something important. Like, I always want to make sure I work with somebody who I can vibe with. Not to say like, like everyone has their own thing, and that's totally fine. But at the end of the day, I need to mesh with who I mesh with, and it was just, they had such a good vibe on social, and I was like, all right, I'm going to reach out to these guys. And we just, from the first meeting, it was just such, like, I was a little bit nervous. I was like, all right, let's see what's going on. And not only did they put me at ease, but I was like, this not only works, but this was like meant to be. And then literally from there, like we started from that. We actually started on another song first. Code Blue was the second song that we did. And then we just kind of flushed it out. And it's funny because the song that I came up with, the chorus that I came up with, was actually a little sadder. It was definitely a little more down tempo. And the guys were like, we love this, but like we feel like the lines, like the mad girls, sad girls, all that, like that's so like in your face and so like, like powerful. they're like, why don't we do, that whole line, if you're gonna break my heart, then una na. And I was like, okay, all right, let's try it. And we did, and never looked back to the sadder version at all. It was exactly what it was supposed to be. And it was just like, I'm just so thankful for them, and just like the whole process of getting into the studio with them, and like the whole vibe that gets set, and the work ethic. It's just, and the respect. They really hold a good space, and we hold space for each other, which is nice. Just to be able to be creative and never feel like there's a judgment or anything like that, and just have this open communication. Our workflow is incredible. Yeah, it's incredible. It's all worked out so perfectly, and like I said before, I'm just super grateful.
That's the beauty of a collaboration. It's the communication
Yeah.
that leads to a song like this. Cold Blue by Merlin and Late Boomers Club is available
Yeah.
on all digital music platforms. This is her latest single. She's looking very cool in the album cover with some lights in the background, sitting in a chair, I think she got some shades on too. Yeah, she got some shades on with
Yeah.
the blue signature on the side. So yeah, go check out this song. Shout out to Late Boomers Club. This is an incredible song. You're gonna love it. So just and wear some blue while you listen to Cold Blue. I think it makes totally sense. Can't be some other color and play Cold Blue. Just saying. So what is next for Merlin in the coming weeks and months, as far as maybe some more shows or maybe some more music on the way? What's next for Merlin once as we approach the summer season?
Uh, Definitely more music. I'm actually shooting a music video tomorrow for one of the songs that's going to be on the EP. So very excited, very, very excited. And the EP, we don't have an exact date yet. We're aiming for end of summer. Right before everything gets up on the swing again,
Yeah.
and it's just, I think it's going to work out perfectly. But we do have an EP name.
Yeah.
The name of the EP will be Dark Matter. Yeah, it's just, and it kind of fits with all the covers that have been out so far, just kind of darker themed and all that, and it'll all make sense when it's all the songs are together. It's definitely about like a darker period in my life, but I wanted to make it as dancey as possible, which is kind of like, yeah, things happen, but you got to dance through them, you got to
Yeah.
feel through them, and just come out the other side. So I'm very excited. It's come together so much more perfectly, and just there's this synergy, and it just, third time I'm saying it, but super grateful.
Super grateful indeed. You can check out Cold Blue by Merlin and the Late Boomers Club. She's also can be seen on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Maybe doing some dance moves here and there. You never know. With the TikTok. And go check out Merlin. That's Merlin. She's all over the place. So go show you some love and go stream and buy the music. Merlin, great chatting with you tonight. Thank you so much for your time and continued success. And I look forward to hearing more music from you down the road. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on, and thank you so much for making me feel so comfortable. This is incredible. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.